Joining us for more about that is Angela Stent. She is the director of the Center for Eurasian, Russian, and East European Studies at Georgetown University. Thank you for being with us. Since last summer's invasion of Georgia, Russia has really suffered a series of financial setbacks, mainly because of the plunging prices of oil. How is that likely to affect Russia's approach to the world?
Well, we have some signs that now that Russia has realized how fully integrated it is with the global economy, that it does want to cooperate with the other major financial centers, major powers in dealing with this economic crisis. So I think there is some hope that this could produce an environment that is more cooperative, particularly with a new U.S. president. On the other hand, there are some historical precedents for Russia reacting to perceived weakness, to instability, to insecurity by acting more assertively in its foreign policy. So I think we will have to see how this affects Russia in this year.
And a couple of areas that could impact that. The Russians have expressed alarm about some former allies joining NATO and about the proposed U.S. missile shield in Eastern Europe. So what is President Obama likely to do about any of that?
I think President Obama will be able to postpone decisions on these issues for several years. The NATO decision has already been postponed because many of our allies do not support membership action plans for Georgia and Ukraine. So that, I think, may take care of itself for a number of years. On the missile defense issue, there is also the question of how much it costs and whether these systems work. And so President Obama has said we should only go ahead and deploy these components when we know that they work. So again, it's quite possible that that will be postponed.
There has been some talk about how Iran's nuclear program could actually be an area of cooperation between the U.S. and Russia. So what role could Russia play in that equation?
Well, we do need Russian cooperation. We would like to have more robust sanctions against Iran with our European allies. We have been working with the Russians. It's not always easy. But I think if the general atmosphere of U.S.-Russian relations improves, as it may well with the new administration, then it may be more possible to get Russian agreement to more robust sanctions against Iran from the United Nations Security Council.
And during any possible talks, any cooperation, who would President Obama be dealing with? And what I mean by this is it President Medvedev or is it Prime Minister Putin, really?
Well, President Obama will, of course, be dealing with President Medvedev because he is the president of Russia. But of course, there's some question about exactly who makes what decisions. And it appears that until now, Prime Minister Putin is one who's making many of the decisions, not necessarily that President Medvedev disagrees with him. So it will be very interesting to see as President Obama approaches Russia with whom he's dealing.
Angela Stent of Georgetown University, thank you very much.
Thank you.